Boys, today is tomorrow, and Mutahar is in today's video because Mutahar is about sick and tired of being slandered. Alright. This man has had such a rough year. We're gonna put that in quote. Such a rough year. Some of it, or a lot of it, self-inflicted. But this one, I wouldn't say is self-inflicted because Mutahar is about sick and tired of one YouTuber named Noah Samsen. So sick and tired of him to where Mutahar is basically getting litigious. He's like, brother, the videos you made on me are so slanderous to where I can't just let you keep getting away with this. I let you slide with the first one, but brother, I'm going to have to sue you now. Literally, I am talking with my lawyers as we speak. So boys, we've had this story before. It is about Mutahar, Some Ordinary Games. I'm sure you guys have seen him before. We've talked about him a lot. He's the guy that does like a lot of Linux stuff, right? Let me bring up his channel. Some Ordinary Gamers. He does, a lot of computer stuff. He does some commentary. I don't think I need to tell you guys his race. As you guys can see, the man is quite brown in nature, right? The man is Indian, and for the most part, he doesn't do politics. He's not a political channel. He tries his best to stay out of it. He's mostly just, YouTube slop, right? He's a me. I'm not making it sound like he's beneath me. He does the same stuff I do. So the other day we talked about on my channel, was it this video? It doesn't. We talked about Noah Samsen on Mutahar because Noah Samsen made this video basically calling him out for being a Palestinian genocide apologist, right? He, for some reason, is calling out different YouTubers that aren't anywhere near politics, by the way. Some are, some aren't. But like, there's like YouTubers that he's calling out that aren't anywhere near politics. And basically, this is the guy right here that is trying his best to call out Mutahar, an Indian man, for not backing or saying that the Palestinian genocide is, I guess, horrible. I don't know what he wants Mutahar to do because Mutahar is not a political channel.
It's interesting to see YouTubers that typically cover TikTok drama and gaming content randomly giving their opinions on genocide and geopolitics, but that's the result of such an ecosystem. It's not about the politics, it's about making money by attacking a guy they don't like because the guy in question happens to be a political content creator. They have to try to do politics. It's really funny to watch, honestly. It's also wild because the political content creator in question is an anti-genocide content creator, and the arguments they're attacking him for are anti-genocide arguments. So these creators, they're positioning themselves in opposition to him and his arguments, de facto positioning themselves on the pro-genocide side. Anti-genocide is pro-genocide. It's quite the precarious predicament they've placed themselves in. Do they realize it? No. Do they care? Probably not. But that's what's happening. That's what they're doing. The success of Ethan's video, which garnered over 3 million views in its first month, is a testament to the algorithmic viability of Hassan Bad content.
So as you guys can see, this is a Hassan. I don't. You know what? I don't want to say dick rider, okay? Noah Samsen is mad that several YouTubers made several videos on Hassan Piker because if you guys don't know, Hassan has said some wacky stuff, all right? Some wacky, whimsical stuff about people and their politics, all right? So people like Mutahar have made videos on Hassan, right? He has made videos on Hassan. Now, in this video on Hassan, Mutahar basically talks about Hassan's politics on Twitch and how it's not that Hassan isn't allowed to have his opinion, and it's not that Hassan isn't allowed to say things he is allowed to say. The whole video was about how Hassan literally is getting away with just saying the same things that people get banned for. Literally, Asmongold got banned for some of the things that Hassan said, or the same things that Hassan said. And I'll be honest with you, it was a fair video. It was a pretty fair video, basically just calling out Twitch and not even Hassan. It was a video calling out Twitch and their double standards and how they police their website. Now, for some reason, Noah Samsen ran with that and basically called Mutahar a genocide apologist. Now, as an Indian man, Mutahar did not like this. Mutahar did not like this at all. He 100% just did not like that. And basically, he called out Noah Samsen saying, brother, stop. Brother, stop. All right. I don't want to tell you again. Brother, stop. But Noah Samsen made another video on him. So then Mutahar had to come out and basically say a response to the defamation claim or the deformity claims. In the last couple weeks, a YouTuber, Noah Samsen, has uploaded a few videos labeled me as a genocide supporter. In the title and thumbnail of the video, today me and my team sat down, watched them, and could not find a single clip of me supporting the Israel government or any of its genocidal practices. Normally, I'd not engage with this discourse, but this has affected my business and bled into my personal life. As a Muslim, I have always supported my people, and I have never talked about this topic with much political knowledge. That said, you don't need to be knowledgeable to stand against the injustices by the IDF. Journalists and civilians have recently been killed in a wave of attacks, ending a short-lived ceasefire. It needs to end, and I hope in my lifetime it does. In regards to Noah and his defamation, I never want to financially harm or bring a lawsuit to a creator, but slander like this is far too extreme and unchecked, which is at this time we are exploring legal actions against Noah for defamation / slander. So yeah, Noah Samsen is out here about to get sued by Mutahar. Noah Samsen's out here about to get slam dunked by him because he not only made one but two videos on this man, basically calling them genocide. I don't understand why he called out Mutahar. It was so stupid. So this is one of the clips that basically, I'm assuming, sparked Mutahar getting angry enough to be suing this man.
People living in the West have the most power over anyone else in the world to stop the genocide. We are living in the belly of the beast. We have direct geographical, physical access to the politicians, the propagandists, the weapons companies, and the supply chains that are facilitating this genocide. Protesting is great. We should keep doing that. But also, I feel like we have to be honest with ourselves. 17 months in, and what is protesting actually accomplished? Raising awareness, sure. Divestment, yeah, in some places. But really, politically, materially, nothing. Israel just killed the most children in its history in a single night with total impunity, with a deafening silence among the Western media. If we want this genocide to stop, it's time to escalate. That's all I'm saying. So anyways, yes.
See, you can lay it out very easily, one sentence at a time. It's quite clear. We in the West have direct physical access to a bunch of people, including the propagandists, after just labeling a bunch of people create.
That's literally why he called out. Just saying, by the way, this is the whole reason why he called out, is because Mutahar called out Hassan and Twitch. Literally, Mutahar never made a political video on this topic. All he did was just call out Twitch and Hassan. And for some reason, this guy made two slanderous videos on Mutahar talking about his politics. Whenever Mutahar's like, I never even gave my opinion on this situation. Yet for some reason, you made two slanderous videos. I let you slide the first time, but then you came back. You spun the damn block, and now I gotta, brother, I can't just let you get away with putting words in my mouth. It doesn't matter, right, your political beliefs on this thing, but you putting words into someone's mouth, you cannot just be sitting there like, why is he suing me? All I did was just put words in his mouth where half the people would probably be mad at him and half his audience would probably be mad at him whenever he never gave his opinion on this. All I did was just slander this man's for no reason. Mutahar never gave his opinion. All he did was just say, I don't like Hassan. And that was enough for Noah Samsen to run this whole story with no information about how Mutahar felt about the whole Palestine versus Israel conflict.
There's propagandists. What does protesting achieve? Well, some things, but overall, basically nothing. If we want this to stop, we need to escalate. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry, if you had a clear vision for what needs to be done to stop the genocide, you would say it, because you want to direct your audience into something fruitful. Unless the thing you want your audience to do is against TOS, criminal, violent, etc. He's calling for people to do something that he is too cowardly to say himself. He's calling for people to do dirty work for him. That's what this is. It is unambiguously a call for violence, okay? I'm sorry. And he doesn't want to spoil his cute little life. He doesn't want to f*** his income and ruin the little cushy career that he's got a hold of. He doesn't want to do that. He wants other people to fuck up their lives and get thrown in jail or whatever else for him. He wants other people to be Luigi or fucking, what's his face, Aaron Bushnell or whoever else. And it's interesting that he said propagandists, because that might actually encompass the people that he's just spent the entire video calling
Ultra_fine_point super chatted $2. It's the
Yeah,
369
that was basically
rule. Straight. I'll explain.
Yeah, DM it to me. DM it to me. But yeah, that was basically him doing that. Asmongold gave his brief what's it called? Not synopsis. Gave his brief, it's not synopsis. What is it called? Response. There we go. His brief little response on this, and basically Asmongold was like, "Yeah, this is stupid. This is stupid."
This is generally what my point is. So you have this very, very disingenuous thing. Drama tubers make a living out of bullshit, threaten to get litigious when they can't handle what they dish out. The fact is that calling somebody a supporter of a genocide is a very different thing than saying somebody's career is cooked, or saying that somebody fell off, or making a video about an internet drama. One of them is a real legitimate thing where people are bad, and the fact is that this is totally different than just a drama slop thing. This is completely
exactly.
Chats popping off. I don't want to argue about this and fight about it with genocide, like a fucking Israel and Palestine. I don't want to argue about this. I'm not an expert in the topic. So, you know, if you want to argue about that, there's plenty of other people you can talk to. So my point is that dude sucks, make him feel it. Take all the money earned from sponsorships in those 2 videos. Yeah, exactly. And so I think this is I do think people that make up bullshit like this probably do need to have a degree of accountability, especially if they're saying and making claims like that you're a supporter of a genocide. I think this is a very extreme claim to make. It's not like you just say this out of the blue, right?
You don't.
And because of that, I do think that there should be some degree of accountability for it.
Literally, Asmongold hit it on the head. Mutahar never wanted to be in this conversation, right? Mutahar never wanted to be in it. He never wanted to give his opinion on it. And for some reason, someone, instead of just being like, instead of me just, you know, I don't know, at least DMing and asking him his opinion, I'm gonna make a whole video saying, this guy is against you. If you're on my side, he's against you. He has no feelings towards you. He's a monster. That's literally what the guy said whenever Mutahar's like, I never even spoke on this topic. I never gave my opinion on it. Brother, I never even wanted to be in this conversation in general. This whole thing wasn't about like, do you or do not support it. It's about, brother, you're making slanderous claims against Mutahar for no reason. This is something that can affect him in his personal life. Something that he does not want to have any part of. He's literally just like, I want to make my little goofy videos. All right. I just want to, you know, say a little commentary here and there. And just because he said, I don't like Hassan, that was enough for Noah Samsen to be like, well, time to start slandering. Well, Mutahar has said to me personally in our personal conversation that he actually likes genocide. Like, no one said that. What? No one said that. You're just out here putting words into people's mouths. And then whenever people call you out for it, you're like, well, I mean, like, he never said he did it. Like, what? It was so stupid. It was so stupid. Oh my God. And then I don't know why Ethan Klein made a little clip. He gave out his little opinion, basically saying that Noah Samsen, there were some allegations. An ex-partner called in a claim on Noah Samsen doesn't respect boundaries, which after what he did to Mutahar, basically saying that he supports the genocide that Mutahar came out and said he doesn't support. It doesn't matter your, you know, opinion on it. Mutahar said, actually, Noah, I am on your side. I just never said it publicly. But after what Noah basically said about him, it kind of makes sense. I'm just saying, it kind of does make sense that if this man is out here willing to just slander someone that they don't respect boundaries of their partners, I mean, like,
just to summarize, you guys are having unprotected sex. Even though you're not like in a committed relationship, you've expressed, and obviously I feel like this is even self-obvious. I don't even think you necessarily need to say anything for this to be true. But you told him, listen, since we're having unprotected sex, if you're sleeping with other people, you need to tell me.
Exactly. Yeah, we the first few times we hooked up, it was protected, and then it was just one of those times that we didn't have anything. And before we even did anything, I made sure that, like, I was very, very clear about my expectations and my boundaries, and it was that, you know, if we're going to have sex with other people, it needs to be talked about with each other.
Of course, the concern being that he's having other unprotected sex with other women,
Ultra
and then all of a
underscore
sudden,
fine underscore point.
all of his sexual partners are becoming like essentially your sexual partners in some way.
people shouldn't have to say they don't support genocide. Exactly. Who would be out here saying, actually, I do support genocide? Actually, we should ethically claim speech. Like, what? No one said that. No one said any of this. There's 0 clips in No Samsen's video of Mutahar saying this. And yet, for some reason, instead of him being like, I don't know what Mutahar's whole thought process on this is. Maybe I'll DM him. Maybe I'll get Hassan to ask him. Instead of that, he's just like, let me do a little mental gymnastics. Oh, let me do a backflip with my brain right quick. Let me do a little brain backflip.
Right, because whatever they've got, he's gonna pick up and he's gonna bring it back to you.
Exactly. And like at this time, I had watched a lot of his content. Like after he told me what he did for work, and so, you know, unfortunately, the content he was making kind of made me trust that when he said, yeah, like, well, I'll communicate this with you, that I believed him. I had no reason not to. But yeah, that was like I know I had that conversation with him 2 times before I had found out that was not what was happening.
So that was the first time. What happened the second time?
The second time was just, I don't know, I felt the need to clarify again, just so that we were on the same page.
Sure, yeah.
I didn't want there to be any room for confusion, and I was just wanting to like have a check-in. And so I brought up the same exact points, like if we're sleeping with other people, we need to talk about it. It's fine if you're dating others, but please, for my health and safety, let me know.
It's always the fake internet nice guys.
Again,
exactly.
It was like, yeah, of course, I'll talk. Like, we'll talk about that if and when the time comes.
It sounds like you did a really good job of expressing your boundaries to him, which I think is commendable. It's a really good habit.
But yeah, it's always the people that say, no, I'm the better person here, that always comes out to light to be a piece of shit. It's kind of weird how it works, guys. It's always weird how that works. Noah Samsen, this guy that's saying, actually, my politics are better than your politics. And just because you didn't say what your thought process was on this one situation, you know, I'll make it up for you. I'll make it up for you. This is what your thought process is. It's always those people that somehow get exposed for being pieces of shit. It's like, don't get me wrong. If the woman's lying, maybe Noah Samsen will come out with some evidence. I will give him that grace. All right, I will give him that grace. But also, I'm just saying here, if we're using his logic, he never said he didn't do it. I'm like, he never said he didn't do it. But yeah, that's Noah Samsen basically about to get sued. He's about to have to go up inside a little courtroom because for some reason he can't just keep his mouth closed, or at least not bring people that never brought up genocide into his comment. Like, Mutahar never even spoke about this topic. He just said, I don't like Hassan, and I don't like how Twitch is treating Hassan with kid gloves and treating everyone else like an adult. That's all Mutahar said in his video, and Noah Samsen made 2 slanderous videos on him. So we're going to see how that little court trial is going to end up for him. Just like how we're going to see how Johnny Somali is going to end up on April 9th, boys. It is around the corner. It is legitimately 8 days away as I'm recording this, because Johnny Somali is basically trying his best not to get out at this point. He went live on YouTube, by the way, on a alternative channel, and started screaming and harassing more Koreans in the streets. Click this video right here to find out how screwed is Johnny Somali. But other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you all tomorrow.